This week's Parsha presents Parshas Tzav. My name is Yehoshua Wechsler, recording here in the Emek Learning Center in Jerusalem. In this week, we learn of the korbanot, the thanksgiving offering, which a person brings to the Beis HaMikdash if he found himself in a state of danger, if he was out at sea, if he was stuck in a desert, if he was in jail and just been released, or if he was ill and had a recovery. The Medrash on the Pasuk explains how a person should have a double thanks when he brings his korbanot. Why is it that thank you has to be doubled? Just say thank you. Explains the Tzav Sofer that once a person has come out of a dangerous situation, he really has to elevate himself to thank God for two things. First of all, obviously, for having been saved from the tough situation, but also at that stage, once he's through the challenge, he really has to thank God even for the fact that he was put into the tough situation in the first place. The reason being is because we know that everything God does for us is really for the good, and therefore it's true sometimes it's hard to recognize it, but once he's out of it, he has to try and see the goods in having been put in the tough situation in the first place. In a similar vein, this week we read the Haggadah. Pesach is coming, and in Pesach we learn how we have to mention three things: Pesach, matzah, and moror. Pesach is about the Paschal lamb that was offered. The matzah represents how we came out of Egypt, and the moror represents the tough time that we had while we were in Egypt in the first place. The order here, again, seems to be a little bit incorrect. First we had a tough time, then we offered up the Paschal lamb, and then we eventually went out and had the matzahs. But the Haggadah tells us that the order we mention it is first the Pesach and the matzah. Let's celebrate that we came out. And after that, we can raise ourselves to the level of thanking God, thanking Hashem, even for having put us into the tough situation in the first place. Whatever comes our way, we've got to try our best to always thank God for everything that's happened to us, be it hard or easy. But for sure, once we've come out of it, let us try and make sure we can always focus on thanking God for everything He does for us, whether it's easy or whether it's challenging. Have a great Shabbos and a kosher Pesach. Sign up now for Israel Productions.